Hey everybody, and welcome to my top 5 favorite games of 2013. Not only will I be talking about my top 5 favorite games, but I will also tell you what my most disappointing game of 2013 was, and I bet a lot of you will like that because, you know, a lot of you guys like hearing ranting stuff about bad shit. But before that, since it's kind of the end of the year, I want to talk a little bit about 2013, what it meant to me and my channel. So if you don't want to hear that, click on the time that is written in the description below to where the top 5 starts. The reason why I did a top 5 and not a top 10 is simply because I can only play on PC, or actually I do have a PlayStation 3, but I can only record on PC, and I can only play Steam games, since Origin will not allow me to actually buy games here in Japan without actually a valid credit card, instead of using Ideal, which I actually still can with Steam games, which is a Dutch form of payment without the use of a credit card. And because of this, I also, for example, didn't play Assassin's Creed 4 because I first wanted to do Assassin's Creed 3 and Revelation and stuff, so a lot of sequels I actually did not play on purpose because I wanted to kind of play the first part. So there were very select few games that I did play. That is why I can only make a top 5. But let's talk a little bit about 2013, because my god, people, 2013 was a great year for my channel. My god. Not only did I hit 1,000 subscribers earlier this year, but it's now already over 5,000 and over 3 million views. I mean, all I can say is thank you guys, thank you guys, thank you guys. Dear God, it was great, and it really motivates me too, because I'm very proud of what I accomplished this year, not only with more Battlefront reviews, but also with series like Epic Arma, the Predator Wars video, and the start of actually filming some stuff here in Japan, which I want to do more with my channel since I live here. And I will actually be living here for the next 4 years, actually. I think not a lot of you guys understand in what situation I am here, but I used to study Japanese here at a language school, and that would actually be over this year. In fact, my visa already expired, and if all things went according to plan 2 years ago, I would be back in Holland right now. But since I like it here so much, and what I want to do is film directing, I'm actually going to university here in Japan from January 2014. It's actually an American university, so all lessons will be taught in English, and it's the American system. So that is going to be very interesting. But I cannot wait to continue my life here and to hopefully buy some better camera equipment and give you guys some better footage of here in Japan, because I know that some of you are quite interested in that. Otherwise, I really do love the feedback. Like I said, I have now a lot of different series on my channel, and I'm really glad that those are now also being viewed by you guys. That it's not only the Battlefront videos, because I have some pretty rare games that I was actually holding on behind, or holding out on, because I knew that with a small subscriber base, they might not be watched at all, even though they're so rare. So expect some really rare, cool games in the future as well. And I just want to create more and better content. And man, 2013, it's been so great. My channel has grown so incredibly much. I mean, when you talk about kind of, you know, what I want to do 2014. Before that, though, let me thank everybody who I worked with on the channel. Of course, Spartacus, Rush, Trex, who's actually also back now after an unfortunate long absence. I want to thank Shy, who also joined the club. We do a lot of projects with, and it just works out great. And it's really cool, and I cannot wait to see their channel grow and see my channel grow, and just to be bigger and better, and it's gonna be awesome. So in terms of what I want to do in 2014, you know, because you always get those sort of wishes or the goals set for the new year, right? is well, first of all, better content, obviously. So I've been thinking of like getting better camera equipment or stuff for some live action stuff where I film in Japan. Can't tell you when this is though. But what I also want to do is I want to start and record console footage. The reason why I didn't do that before is because I knew that the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox were kind of coming to an end, that the next generation would soon be upon us. Now, ironically, since the PlayStation is a Japanese console or Japanese brand, you would think that we already have the PlayStation 4. We actually do not. We get it in February. Now, I don't know if I would be getting it immediately in February. Money-wise, that won't be a problem. But I would like to then actually start recording stuff, and for that I need more. I need a TV, I need one of those capture devices, blah blah. It's a little bit of a hassle, and I don't exactly know how and what. But next to only PC games, I kind of want to get into PlayStation 4 games, simply because that seems to me easier than Xbox. And I think Xbox One will come out in September here, so I'm not gonna wait that long. So that is one way how I want to create better content, is to kind of expand the games that I play to also the next generation consoles. In terms of subscribers, which of course, you know, we've grown so much, and thank you guys so much. I thought I also would set myself kind of a goal. It's nothing serious. I mean, it's not like anybody can win something or whatever, or that I'm devastating if I won't make it, but it's kind of cool to see if I can make this happen. Currently, if I look at the future predictions, it will say that at the end of 2014, I will have 12,500, a little bit over that in terms of subscribers. So, in 2014, we are definitely going to hit 10,000 subscribers, people. That is amazing. When we hit 1,000 this year, and the next year, already 10,000, amazing. Blows my mind away. But I want to see if we can get to 15,000 by the end of 2014. Now, this is a very, very far-stretched goal, because at now, the future predictions is that I will get that in April of 2015. So, I might be kind of getting a little ahead of myself, but I was like, well, better to create a big goal that you can work towards and then at least kind of be humble about it, instead of actually going over it way too easily. Because of course the subscriber base will grow. Maybe they'll send videos to other people and stuff, and I will start new cool gameplay series. Maybe they will also start something off. So I'm very curious on what will happen with that. And all I can say is, man, thank you guys for supporting me in 2013. This is gonna be great. 2014 is also gonna be amazingly epic. We're gonna create fireworks, and I cannot wait. Now, for the long-awaited top 5. Let me say, by the way, that this is nothing serious. Always on top 5 and top 10s, you have people who really bitch about, oh, why is this not on place 1, or why is this on place 2, and as if it's the end of the world. Listen, if your opinion is different, which it probably is, because everybody has its own opinion, make your own top 5 or top 10, whatever, instead of bitching about why somebody else's top 10 or top 5 is wrong, because it's all people's opinions, so you cannot actually be wrong. On place 5, we have State of Decay. This original Xbox Live Arcade title finally made its way to Steam later during this year. There have been tons of DayZ clones and open world survival games that were horrible because the developers just wanted to get a snippet of that DayZ magic. State of Decay was the first one that could actually stand on its own besides DayZ. The game is fully single player, which means you don't have to worry about other players or hackers ruining your gaming experience. On your journey in the fairly big open world, you will meet all kinds of characters and stumble across random events. Because there's permadeath in the game, you will feel really attached to some of the characters, and the loss of a character that you spend a lot of time with is a pretty horrifying experience. With base building, resource gathering, micromanagement and team building, it really goes deep. A minor setback of the game is that some of the assignments get really repetitive and annoying, especially for the lousy rewards that they sometimes hold. But nevertheless, is this the zombie experience that a lot of people were looking for this year? On place 4 we have Outlast. I absolutely love horror games, but I do have a high standard. All that Unity engine crap and hundreds of Slender clones are not my thing. I want an engaging story, and more than just jump scares while I'm looking for pages or teddy bears or your mama's tampons. I remember seeing the demo level on PewDiePie's channel, and I was immediately intrigued. Beautiful graphics, a very cool setting, and cool mechanics with a night vision camera that reminded me of movies like Blair Witch, Wreck, and Noroi. Some people criticize this game for only revolving around jump scares. This, in my opinion, is not the case. Sure, there are some jump scares, and some of them are quite effective. But they also have a lot of moments when not much is happening, yet you are very frightened because you see a nasty looking shadow or a dark room that you don't want to enter. It is true that the game is not scary the entire time. The final enemy was not scary to me at all, and the puzzles became repetitive with you having to find 3 keys, or batteries, or switches. Every time you got this assignment, you knew that you would be chased by a monster, and that took away the fear of the unknown. This was by far the best horror game of 2013. On place 3, we have GTA 5. I was absolutely blown away by this game. I like the idea of going back to Los Santos since I visited LA multiple times when I was younger. There's so much to do in this world and almost all of it is fun. I really like GTA 4 because of the lively and detailed world. Hearing people have conversations on the streets while taking a sip from their coffee or listening to music on their devices was insane to me. The activities like bowling, billiards, and dating were not that fun in my opinion, and more of a nuisance. But in GTA 5, I found myself just stopping with the story for a while and play some sets of tennis, go out hunting, swinging some balls with golf, or participating in the awesome water races. I never played Red Dead Redemption, so the vastness and detail of the world in GTA 5 was stunning to me. While driving or cycling through nature, you still come across all kinds of details like mountain lions, deers, mountain climbers, or farming plains. An incredible story, funny characters, sweet cars, and hilarious unexpected events make this game a must. I hope in the future to see more choices in the heists, but this GTA is without a doubt my favorite in the series. On place 2, we find The Last of Us. I actually purchased a new PS3 for this game. I already own a PS3 back in Holland, but because of voltage differences, I cannot use it in Japan. Thus, I was forced to buy a new one, but I did it happily, because my god, The Last of Us was amazing. Naughty Dog is of course praised for their acclaimed Uncharted series, but since I don't like that whole Indiana Jones and Tomb Raider vibe, those games never really caught my attention. But playing The Last of Us is just a blast. The animation quality is superb and the action is nail-bitingly tense and scary. Playing on a high difficulty is a must, since you will hold your breath while you try to sneak your way past blind clickers or unsuspecting bandits. When the action bursts loose, it is the most insane and panically action, with throats being choked, skulls being bashed, teeth being pulled out, and faces being blasted off. The story might not be the most original, but the execution is flawless, with great voice acting and motion capture. Every time I see videos of the game on YouTube, I feel like playing this game again. Even my girlfriend got interested when she saw me playing this game, and she watched beside me for over half the game. It is just that impressive, and this game actually managed to almost make me cry within the first 15 minutes of the game. Amazing. And on number 1, and thus my favorite game of 2013, is BioShock Infinite. I agree that gameplay-wise, it is inferior to the first BioShock, and might even be inferior to some of the other games on this top 5. But for my favorite games, I always look for an unforgettable experience and a world that I really want to fully explore and investigate every corner of. And that is exactly what Infinite gave me. The moment I stepped off the boat, I wanted to explore. What's in this shed? What's written on this sign? Why is there blood on the wall? So many questions, and this is the only game this year where I sometimes paused to sum up what I had learned thus far and come up with theories about what was going on. The game doesn't immediately throw you into the action, and it would usually take people about 15 to 20 minutes to get to a major event where the action starts. I took a full hour of exploring everything until I came to that point. That is how much that rule grabbed me. From the mature themes to the mind-bending plot twists, this is an amazing and beautiful roller coaster ride. The aesthetic style is absolutely stunning, and I am jealous of the people who have not played this game yet and have a chance to explore this magnificent world for the very first time. And now for the real moment that you've been waiting for. Everybody loves to see or hear a ranting or bashing of a shitty game. The one that would seem the least surprising to everyone would be Aliens Colonial Marines or the Walking Dead game by Activision. And gameplay wise, these two were indeed absolute shite. However, my most disappointing game of 2013 is none of those, and is a game that is actually not buggy or glitchy at all, and actually has a pretty decent story. But the difference is that I kinda expected Aliens Colonial Marines to be an average game, and thus the blow was not that devastating, even though I paid the full $50. There was, however, a game that came out this year, which I was really looking forward to, and the disappointment of that game felt like being smacked with a hammer. My most disappointing game of 2013 is Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs. This game's story and atmosphere are very well done and full of detail, but this game is just not scary. The horror genre is very easy to review. Simply answering the question if a game is scary or not will suffice. Scariness is of course subjective, and there might have been people who did find Machine for Pigs scary. I, however, did not, and I realized soon into the game that there was no actual threat. There are only 3 parts where you are actually in danger, and the threats are not even that scary. In fact, I called one of the monsters rather cute and pitiful instead of scary. The reusage of a not scary monster from the first Amnesia was also a big letdown, and felt downright cheap. Gameplay wise, it felt stripped down, and the puzzles were far too easy. The biggest mistake that this game made is using the name Amnesia. This creates expectation, and people want an upgrade instead of a downgrade. Were this game standalone and called Machine for Pigs without the Amnesia, then there would be no problem at all. People first laughed when Outlast was released in the same period as the magnificent Amnesia Machine for Pigs. But look who's laughing now. Alright guys, that was my top 5 and the most disappointing game of 2013. Hope you guys liked it. Again, a big thanks to everybody who supported me, worked with me, subscribed to me, commented to me. 2013 this year has been a blast. Hope all of you guys have a very cool New Year's Eve. I know I will. And like I said, 2014, man, we're gonna create fireworks. It's gonna be great. Have a happy New Year, everybody. See you next year.